Oh,
We got a couple of questions. Let's hit up over here. Amy
okay.
Vaughn is bringing some heat. She says, off topic, but I'm reading Chris Canyon's autobiography, and I wondered if Tony had any good memories of him.
Uh, the only memory I have of Chris out of wrestling was that I went to Chris's house, which was at that time here in Marietta, right outside of Atlanta, for a WrestleMania party, the first WrestleMania after we were sold. And there was a lot of people there. I can't remember who. Look at Edge and Christian. Jesus Christ.
Isn't it wild? You work with those guys, dude.
Yeah. So we were at his party, and they brought in Mean Gene. And I think this was the one from Houston. Not sure. They brought in Mean Gene, and they brought in Bobby the Brain Heenan, and they sit down at the announce table, and Heenan called Mean Gene Tony, and Canyon hit me, kind of bumped me. He said, "Did you hear what they just said?" I went, "Yeah." He said, "Well, how fucked up is that?" I said, "Probably not, since he and I worked together for so many years." But that's what I remember
That's
about
awesome.
Chris Canyon. Yeah, I'd like to go back and find that.
So that's Bull Buchanan in there with Big
Okay.
Boss Man.
Yeah.
Has anybody changed their look more than Christian and Edge? I mean, they look like different human beings now.
I know they do. Look at this.
You would not guess that Christian is the same Christian we see on Wednesdays.
I know. Which, good for him. Talking about reinventing his career. I like that. I like all the Christian Cage stuff.
It's the best. I think Christian Cage is doing his best work right now.
Yeah.
But I felt that same way on the other channel lately about Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. I mean, I think there's a lot of people who are doing their very best work right now. So I know that there's a lot of complaining and whining and tribalism that happens on wrestling. But
Mhm.
man, if you just try to avoid the stuff you don't like or fast forward it and just watch the stuff you like, there's a lot of really great
Yeah.
stuff happening right now.
And again, here's a perfect example of what I've been talking about when you tell guys, just hang in there, man, because things change. Do you think in his wildest dreams, Christian Cage would have thought that he would be a part of another promotion and be its top heel?
No,
No. You just never know. You just never know the turns that life takes. And I'm a perfect example of that. I was never going to be back into wrestling ever. Nothing. Forget it. I'll pour coffee. I'll do Georgia Bulldog shit. I'll work for the Braves AAA team. I'm happy. Not making the money, but I'm happy paying the bills. Uh, and that's about it. But look at where I am now. I never thought this would happen. So there you go.
it's pretty wild. Speaking of wild, there was some discussion recently I want you to just listen to. Dave Meltzer said on Wrestling Observer Radio, the big topic when it comes to Vince is, and I talked to several people, key people in the business, you think he's going to try to come back and do something on his own? One person was talking to me who believed he would try to start something. I don't see it. I don't think it's a wise move. You think there's any chance we see Vince McMahon try to start a wrestling promotion?
I don't. Uh, Everybody
Ye-
has different thoughts, but if I were a multi-billionaire, I wouldn't do it again. At his age, why would you? I mean, if you're 30,
Right.
yeah, but not at what, 75 or whatever he is now? No. Unless unless he has a bigger ego than what I'm guessing and he just wants to prove everybody there's no way. No, I don't think he is. What did Meltzer give his opinion?
He said he didn't see it, but
I don't
I
see it
do.
either. You
Let's
do.
make a bet. Let's bet lunch.
All right.
Let's bet Rosie's next time you're over in town.
Okay.
Loser buys.
All right.
I say by WrestleMania next year, Vince is involved in wrestling again somehow.
No, wait a minute. Are you saying but no, wait a minute. We're
I'm
saying
not saying the WWE. He's not going back to WWE.
okay, you're saying another promotion.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you telling me he couldn't buy New Japan? He could write
Of
a check
course
for it.
of course he could, but don't you think that he's been canceled?
I don't know that. I know that he has in certain segments, but I'm saying you telling me he couldn't buy TNA?
Of course he could.
If he wanted to write a check for the NWA, TNA, and New Japan, and build some sort of conglomerate, he's got billions of dollars. He's got the resources to do it. He's clearly got the connections to do it. Somebody will do business. I mean, listen, I feel the same way you do. Like, there's some horrific shit, but right now, I don't think there's been anything legal. Now, if there's some big federal investigation that's going on right now, because listen, the Alphabet Boys, if it is something that deep, they don't just come arrest you and then say, all right, now that we've got you in our custody, we'll start putting our case together.
Right.
By the time the Alphabet Boys show up, it's over, cuz.
Yeah.
They got everything they need. We're going
Right.
to get you on 112 counts of this or that or whatever the shit. And so if that's the way this goes, then yeah, obviously not. But we haven't seen that. I mean, what we saw was sort of a civil suit, not a criminal suit. So,
All right. Okay.
I think he'll come back.
It's worth a lunch bet.
It is worth a lot, because worst case scenario, I'm gonna eat tacos with my friend.
Yeah.
But I'm a believer. I'm not a believer. I would bet that he tries to throw his hat in the ring and buy a promotion. That to me seems like it would be easier to go take somewhere. You at least got some contracts, you got some archive footage you can use to put together some videos and what have you.
Well, it's worth a bet, but again, I think the age is what I don't. Why can't a billionaire who's in his 70s just go out and lay on a yacht and drink?
He's not interested in that. He could have done that for 40 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know how old his mom was when she passed away?
I do not.
101.
Wow.
She was 5 or 6 months shy. I'm sorry, almost 7 months shy of being 102.
Right.
So I'm saying all that to say, he's probably thinking at 69 years old. I mean, however old he is, he's not 69, but
he's in his 70s.
yeah, he's
like
70 something, 78. Oh, 78. Okay.
Yeah.
That's older than I thought. I thought he was 75.
Okay.
His dad did die at 69, though.
Okay. That's really young. Wrestling business brought him down. It did.
I love you're in the business.
Yes.
And you're like, oh, he died really young. It's this goddamn piece of shit wrestling business. So anyway, be sure to tune in Wednesday.
Let's see if Tony's still alive.
Hilarious.
Because if I go quickly, you'll say, goddamn wrestling business killed him.